Hi. Today I'm in the Cathedral of Redwood Trees in Muir Woods in Marin County, California. And the reason I'm here is because we're celebrating Native American Heritage Month. Another thing that I did was I learned more about the early history of California. And this week I went back to the memoirs of William Kipp, the first bishop of California and the pastor of our church for 20 years. In it, he writes about Native Americans all over the place. But one of the things that he mentions a few times, and is very disturbing, is an experience of being in somebody's house and saying, well, who's that over there? And the owner of the house saying, well, that boy, I bought him for $5. So there was slavery among Native Americans in his time, which was not that long ago. And during the first 50 years of our church, the Indian Wars were being fought in California. Mainly waged out of the Presidio in San Francisco, where troops were sent to for different battles. My son Micah, I talked to him about what I should say today, and he said, talk to people about two things. The first thing is, there's so many wonderful expressions of Native American culture and history that are available. So take time to read a book or see some art or learn some more about Native American cultures. This summer I read N. Scott Momaday's book, House of Dawn. I recommend it for anyone as a book to read to get started in this project. He also said to remember too that when we talk of Native Americans, it's not about something that happened in the distant past. This is what's happening right now. That Native Americans are one of the population groups in Northern California, in North America, that are growing the fastest. And so we'll have many more opportunities to hear from Native American peoples in the future. This last week, I had the most wonderful experience. I had lunch with a 100-year-old friend named Rita Semmel. And as we were talking, I began to realize that all these events that I was talking about, things that happened in the 1860s and 1850s, she knew people who were alive during that time. It shows just how close we are to those days of warfare when Americans were warring against themselves in the Indian Wars. And we need to remember those days. Thank you very much for watching. I'm the Dean of Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, California. My name is Malcolm Clemens Young, and this is More Good News.